Man, Dino.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dino.
DJ Dino.
Hey, thank you guys for having me here.
Wicked Dino.
Hey.
Sing a Rob boy.
My man.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Andre, man, and welcome back to another episode of Making Dollars and Cents with my guy Ryan Cunningham. What's up, big dog?
What up?
Man, we getting to it. We getting through it another week. Man, what's been new? Talk to me.
Man, it keeps passing by, y'all. We just out here bringing you more information. Wow. I mean, every time I look up, something new is happening, man. The rates are continuing to rise.
Yeah.
Every time I turn on the news, they saying something bad. Like every time.
Yeah.
No good. Is there any good news?
Man,
What good news you got?
Look, man, it's so much negative, but it's so much good, man. And I was talking to my guy, man. We got a dope guest today, and I was talking to him.
I'm excited about that.
And you know, the dope thing about us, right, is we mainly talk about real estate. We mainly talk about credit, but there's so many other industries that's thriving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's so many skills out here, and so many people that's skillful out here that can get you in position.
Yeah, more than one way to skin a cat. I tell you for sure. Real estate is just something I know. Credit is just something Dre knows. But this next person is something else. We got to find out what he knows.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Look, man. I want to introduce my friend, brother of mine, man. We go back. You know what I'm saying? I know him as DJ Dino.
DD.
You know what I'm saying? But DJ Dino, Sean, he go by so many names. But man, real quick, I met this guy about 5 years ago, and the dude's hustle just incredible.
Where'd y'all meet? Give me a little backstory.
Man, so we met at the barbershop. I'm cutting his hair. We actually.
Oh, you fade him up.
Yeah.
When was the last time you cut him? Did you cut him today?
It was a little crooked, by the way.
Nah, man. It's been a long time. He don't mess with me no more. With the, look, my clipper game's still crazy.
He cut you though.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, he cut you.
Yeah. But nah, man, I met him cutting his hair, man, and you know, he was into a lot of different things at the time. Mainly he was into DJing. It's exciting to have you here, bro. And I appreciate you coming through, man. I want to welcome y'all, DJ Dino.
Thank you.
What up? What's up, man?
What's
How you
up?
been?
I've been good, man. I've been good.
What's been good with you, man?
What's new? Well, last time we talked about DJing, you know, I've focusing on DJing and everything like that. You know, that was pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So right now, post-quarantine, I've been working on a lot of other things. You know, one of the things I've really been paying attention to is definitely financial literacy.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about the stock market. Yeah. We're talking about Forex. You know, foreign exchange. Yeah. You know, different types of ways to really invest your money. You know, I even got into a little bit of insurance, into the insurance game a little bit, becoming an insurance agent. So yeah, I learned the ins and outs. You know, because you know the insurance can really affect on how you manage your money and use your money too. It's a nice avenue to be into. Yeah.
Right. Nah, man, I'm already knowing, man. Look, talking with you and just being around you, like you was actually the person who kind of got me into stocks for real. You know what I'm saying? Looking into like trading and stuff like that. Because I remember it was probably like 5-6 years ago. He was like, yo, man, Drake, get on these stocks. I'm like, no, I don't know nothing about that.
Sounds about right.
Because I would see, and I know you was going through your thing, but it was everything's trial and error, right? You know what I'm saying? It was like, I remember days you'd be like, yo, I'm up like 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Days you was like, nah, I'm down bad.
The only way to succeed is through your failures. You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Say it again, sir.
Only way to succeed is through your failures.
Yeah.
So you gotta jump
you can't
in
succeed.
the water, right? You gotta try.
You got to.
And a lot of us, that's a big statement, guys. A lot of us think we just gonna hit because we in the game and we just magical.
Yeah.
You gotta spend time in the game you're in. You know, I got a son, he's 28 years old. He think he just gonna jump in and be the boss from day one. And I'm constantly teaching him. I said, son, you gotta spend the time. That's time. What time you learn the lesson that you need to learn to be an expert. You don't become an expert in 1 or 2, 3 years or something.
Nah, for real.
You gotta jump in like my man did.
To become a master of anything, you need to spend at least 10,000 hours in it.
Wow.
That's real. Man.
At least 10,000 hours. If you want to master anything.
Gems. Real talk.
So doing so many things, man. How did you even get started with everything? Just from DJing to transferring from that to stocks to, and it's so much. We gonna dial in on everything. But how did you get started? First of all, who are you? Where you come from?
Who am I? Man, I'm a mystery. Nah, but I'm a lot of things, you know. Who am I? You know, of course we went through the DJing aspect. I'm like a jack of all trades: photographer, videographer, graphic designer. I'm an educator. Of course, you know, like I said, insurance agent. You know, like licensed broker. You know, like official. Like everything I've done, I'm actually officially, you know, good at, you know. But there's so much to my portfolio of what I am and what I've done. It'll take a long time to go through that. But where I'm from, okay, so now this one's a little interesting. So I mean, we go back maybe about 7 years. I came from New York, right? Not New York, sorry, DC, East Coast. And then prior to that, Denver. And then where I was actually from, we were talking about where I'm from Tokyo, Japan.
Wow. Okay. Do you speak another language?
I do.
What other language?
Coincidentally, it's not Japanese, it's actually Chinese.
Drop something on me.
Nyawo Sosama.
What does that mean?
What do you want me to say? Hey, and then when I was selling insurance, I've sold to people in Chinese and Mandarin before.
Oh my God. Well, that's impressive. And I'm so impressed just to know the fact that you know even some slight other languages, because money's language, and that's what this podcast is about. It's a certain language that you have to know. Once you understand the language of money, you understand a whole bunch of languages. Kudos to you.
Hey, definitely. Anytime.
Yeah, man. So look, coming out here, right, from the East Coast, and first getting into DJing or continuing to DJ.
Yes, sir.
When was the first moment you realized, like, yo, I need to jump more into this business world, you know, and investing? Because I've seen you do a lot of things, but like, when was the first, like, what got you into that for real?
See, here goes the thing. Like, I was actually already investing while I was DJing. So when I came out to, you know, to LA and I was DJing out here, I was already invested in the market.
Okay.
But at that time, I had financial advisors invest for me, right?
Smart.
So, you know, while, you know, they gave me my options, how much I can make, how much do I want, you know, on a monthly, yearly basis, and how long I would, you know, hold without, you know, being able to pull any money out and stuff like that. You know, had to set a dollar amount on everything. It always kind of gave me a question, like, how are they making money from it? What are they doing with my money? You know, because you know, money don't grow on trees. It's coming from somewhere.
Exactly.
So, you know, just me with my curious nature, you know, I kind of wanted to dive into it.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to figure it out. You know, so I had a friend, and it was perfect timing. He was talking about the merger between Whole Foods and Amazon, and he's like, yo, you gotta pull out all your money and put it into this. You know, my friend from Bangkok, he was like, yo, you gotta do this. So I went ahead and did that, right? And then I was making money passively, so I was already trading for myself for a while. I just sit and hold, making income through the stocks and the dividends, because dividends is a great thing when you're in the stock market, you know. And then it came to a point, I think you remember, that I was trying to open a food truck, right?
Yeah, so I remember that.
I was trying to open a food truck. So, you know, like Robert Kiyosaki says, you know, and if anybody don't know who Robert Kiyosaki says, you know, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, just in case anybody out there.
Boo Boo My Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's the guy
The board
right there.
game. Yeah, me and my girl went and played the board game the other day. So.
Yeah. He talks about raising capital and how he doesn't like to, even though he's a multimillionaire, he doesn't want to go ahead and spend his capital on brand new ventures.
Okay.
So, you know, I took that, and, you know, of course he says finding different ways to raise capital not only, you know, gives him some type of intelligence and creativity, but he's also capable of finding something brand new. I mean, it's all back to the creativity side. So I said, you know what? Okay, so I've sat and watched this money basically, you know, accumulate in years, and I've seen areas where I can go ahead and take out and actually reinvest and profit into it. So I said, you know what? Instead of looking for a angel investor or, you know, sign up for an SBA loan or any type of those things, I was like, why don't I try to see if I can go ahead and become a day trader and trade this money and see how well I do as a day trader.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's where I started my process of becoming a trader. You know, being aggressive with it.
Yeah. Have you went to school for any type of trading, or you just get in the game? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just self-taught. Just
self-taught. Yes, sir. Just self-taught. I figured everything out. You know, of course, there was a lot of trial and errors.
Oh, man.
You know, that's something. I actually have an educational program, and that's why I tell people, don't Don't do that.
Wait. You have an educational program?
Yeah, I have an educational program.
Drop that for the camera. What is the name of it? How do they get in touch with you? Who are you?
Okay, well, SS Trading. Right now, I'm the CEO owner of SS Trading. The SS stands for Sweet and Simple.
Okay.
Sweet and Simple Trading. Because what I like to do is keep it, well, basically sweet and simple. Because I know there's a lot of algorithmic and terminologies, and once when you look at the technical analysis, the basic charting of the whole situation, everybody gets dumbfounded. Everybody feels intimidated. So that's why I'm like, okay, if I keep this sweet and simple, then people would be able to understand. And not even just that, I just want to break this down to sweet and simple is actually something that resonates a lot with me within my life because of what I've gone through. And you probably know because I had a brain injury and I went through like amnesia and depression and anxiety, all that good stuff. And my doctor told me keep everything sweet and simple. So sweet and simple has kind of been like a way of my life, keeping it sweet and simple. So that's why I brought it into trading.
So if someone wanted to look you up on Sweet and Simple, you got to give the camera your drop.
Oh, okay. SSTrading.us. That's the website.
SSTrading.us.
SSTrading.us.
Okay, what about Instagram?
Instagram, you can go to Deno Trades, DENO. I know people always do the DINO, but it's DENO, and then Trades, TRADES.
Okay.
You could definitely look me up on Instagram.
There you go.
Okay, so y'all hear that? So y'all want to look this guy up? Y'all want to follow this guy? You got his information. Question, man. What are you going to do now? You got all this information, you're moving forward, you got a lot of things going on. What do you foresee in the next, say, several months to the end of the year? Because the rates just went up today in the real estate game. Rates are rising. Today is one of the first days, one of the second raises that we've seen.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
did that affect the market at all today? I'm not in the market
yeah, definitely. I don't know if you guys know, but Chairman Powell got on yesterday. They actually had a FOMC, which is a Fed Open Market Committee. They had a conversation, and that's why you see a lot of rates going up and down. There's basically hiatus because they're actually increasing rates, but they're trying to lower inflation. So with this whole situation,
just playing with it, like puppets, like watching,
yes,
like puppets, man.
Yes, sir. But, anytime there's any news on the economy, money, anything, that's when the biggest volatility actually comes in. Everybody gets hectic. They don't know if it's going to go up. They don't know if it's going to go down. I'm in foreign exchange right now, Forex, which is basically the weight of the dollar. And if you were in the process, especially during the meeting, you'll see huge volume come in. Like the market crashed for a second and then bounced back up, and it still doesn't know what direction it actually wants to go to.
Based on conversation.
So
it's important to really watch what you say. Conversation means something. What you say means something.
That's real.
Yeah.
I know when Elon Musk speaks, it means something to the market. Donald Trump back in the day, it would mean something when he would speak. So some of the people you mentioned earlier, it would mean something. It actually affects the market.
Of course. Of course.
Wow.
So you mentioned something, Forex, right?
Yeah.
And we hear a lot about Forex all the time. It's all over social media, and there's a negative connotation when it comes to Forex surrounded around that name.
They're following the wrong person.
Yeah.
They're following the wrong person. But anything's gonna be bad if you go with the wrong leader.
Yeah. But y'all have heard it, right? We've all heard it. You know what I'm saying? Forex, and I think a lot of people. When a lot of people hear Forex, they think of the MLM. They think of multi-level marketing. When you hear the term Forex, it's always with multi-level marketing. But you being a person that's actually a real trader, somebody that's really in the market, really making money. Like how do you feel about that?
Before you answer that question, what does Forex mean?
Foreign exchange. Foreign exchange.
Is it just that simple?
Okay. It's currency.
Forex exchange. So give me an example. Give me an
Okay.
example of what Forex means and how. Just because our listeners don't know
Of
Forex.
course. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about exactly what foreign exchange is, and this is why I have an academy about it. Is to give you the truth, let you know exactly what the stock market is, foreign exchange, and how to actually utilize it in a proper manner. So basically, foreign exchange, if we were to just break it down, it's the weight of the dollar. Between this country and then this country. So for a perfect example, if you have the United States dollar and then you go to Mexico, the dollar has a lot more power than Mexico.
So you mean if I took my $20 over to Mexico, it would be more than the $20. You mean it'd be worth more than the $20 it is in the States?
You're going to have a good time with $20.
Wow. So what would $20 equal in Mexico? Just an example.
Just an example. I mean, I can't break it down into pesos. You know, I don't know
the
cold conversion. You know,
simpler question. An example. Just you don't have to be on point.
You can do more with your $20 there than over here. $20 might get you a meal. You know, probably with no drink. $20 over there might get you
happy meal.
A happy meal.
Let me ask you.
You'll definitely be eating all day. You'll definitely be eating all day. If you took $1,000 to Mexico, you probably enjoy yourself for a good week with $1,000.
Okay.
You know?
So if I took $1,000 to Japan, what could I do?
I don't know, not too much though.
Can I get on the bus?
No, you'll get on the bus. You'll have fun with $1,000. You'll end up using it a lot quicker.
Okay.
You know, a hotel probably definitely take the $1,000 in less than maybe like 2-3 days or something like that. And that's just a hotel.
And in Mexico, I could live a whole month.
Oh, hey, with $1,000, you can go to Bangkok and live in a luxurious apartment, maybe like on the 50th or 60th floor with a swimming pool.
Somebody please get my travel agent on the line, please. I'm going to Bangkok, man.
You got to travel.
If you guys want to go, make sure you invite me too.
You probably know the language over there too, though. I always hear that the United States dollar is slipping, though, man. Like I don't know what it is in comparison to Russia or some of the other places, but forex exchange is really, really something that we all need to understand. And it'd be nice to have an academy where it simplifies it. I think the complexity of it, and a lot of times the books were written to oust a lot of people that don't like to read. Yeah, Dre's one of them. Dre,
okay. I know a lot of us don't like to read.
Yeah,
I don't like to read.
I don't either. And I
need an audio book.
I gotta tell myself I'm another person that doesn't really like to read. I like podcasts, I like to listen, I like audio books, but I'm not a big reader either. So when I meet guys like this that have information, I like to ask many of questions.
I'm providing people with the financial literacy into stocks, the understanding of foreign exchange. I mean, these type of things right there, just in general, are basically the things that are waiting on the economy, right? Stocks, whether you want to be in it or not, you're a part of the stock market. Whether you want to be in it or not, you're part of the weight of the dollar. Perfect example, like the economy crashes or more people take unemployment, that makes the dollar go down. Wow. Same thing with the stock market as well. More money that's being poured into people that aren't working, and they're recklessly spending money or whatever they're doing with the money, they can actually drop the economy, drop the less production that's going on within the market. But outside of just the stock market and forex, like I really also want to get into more of a community based on investing into real estate. I want to actually help the community as well in this process with my education as well, and also bring financial literacy to people that are under 18, that are probably like in high school, getting into college, because as we get older, and one thing that's not taught to us, at least in public schools, is the one thing that we really need to understand and retain before actually getting into the real world is how we manage our dollar and what we could do with our dollar, and how we could become an investor, an entrepreneur, or just the power in the dollar in general.
One thing I think is dope that we was talking about earlier, right? You was like, me and Ron always say this too, you always invest in real estate, whether you want to whether you say you into it or you're not. Because at the end of the day, you're going to buy a house.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So you can say all day, I'm not into real estate, but you're going to buy a house.
Of course.
You're affected by it, yeah.
Hard assets are always better than liquid assets.
Unless you want to be a renter, and nobody wants to be a renter. That doesn't feel good, having your landlord call you every 30 days for the rent. Yeah. We want to get out of that space. All of us do. Yeah. So real estate is like one of the first simple things we can do. Yeah. But this is the next level. Like after you buy your real estate, or when you get involved in real estate, this is the next level. Understanding how economies work. Mm-hmm. And this is where you can find this gentleman. This is what he teaches. So again, drop your information so they'll know who you are, where to follow you, because this is good information. I don't want them to miss this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so definitely the website sstrading.us. You know, definitely follow me on Instagram, Dino Trades, and that's with an E, not an I. And I mean, start off there. There's a lot more links that I got, you know, but start off there. Start off with the website. Start off with the Instagram. My information is gonna be posted on all that. So
okay, and we'll drop it too. And subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Hit like. Put your comments down below, and we'll make sure if you have any questions for this guy, we'll make sure we forward them over to him so your questions get answered. But we want you to understand this is just an educational platform. We want you to know every level of the game. I'm a real estate guy. I'm a loan guy. I don't know it all. This guy knows the stock business. This guy knows the credit business. This is just a platform just to show you professionals that get down in their own business. We all have something that we do and that we're good at. I don't know everything. He doesn't know everything. He doesn't know everything. But collectively, we know everything. So get with us. Get with us. And I think that's important. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to let people know, like, there's so many different levels of this. You know, so many different levels of this. And as I asked you before, like, you know, the rates are going up, you know, and interest rate. Like in my game, real estate is what I do. Mortgage is what I do, and the rates are going up. People are getting scared. Are you seeing some of the same scarcity in the stock market at all? People get nervous?
People get nervous.
Like in the stock market, do they see a lot of rise or falls in your industry?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of hiatus. I mean, the market's still slowly bleeding. You know, I projected that the market was gonna take a major crash back in June, but it's just been slowly bleeding. I know that any investor, like a stock trader, that's you know, definitely knowledgeable of what's going on, they're not, you know, of course, worried that much, just because, you know, we definitely manage our risks, but definitely the market still looks like it's still coming down. If you look at the DXY is like an index that you could take a look at, the power of the dollar. It's been pumped up a lot, so that dollar's actually about to drop. You know, and that's definitely something that was actually being talked about yesterday on that FOMC, right? But if you look at that index, the dollar's definitely being pumped up a lot, and a lot of people are worried that it could actually give us worse effect than the pandemic.
So when you say again, this is for the followers, when you say the dollar's being pumped up, what does that mean?
Oh, they're putting more money into it and just pumping it up.
So it's kind of like what they did in real estate. So in real estate, let me talk to people from a real estate term. We would buy a house that was worth $1 million, and we would inflate the appraisal to $1.2 million, $1.3 million. Is that kind of the same thing? We would inflate this property. Oh, this property's worth 1.2 now, even though I bought it for $1 million 2 months ago. Now it's worth 1.2 because I own it and I'm saying it. Is it kind of the same concept?
It's kind of the same concept.
Oh, wow.
It's just being pumped up. It's being pumped up, and at the end, there's going to be a pretty big drop.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
So if something like that happening, like what would be the exit strategy?
As far as an investor?
Yeah.
As far as an investor, I mean, you minimize this whole game in investment is all about minimizing your risk, knowing your risk factors, right? Anybody that goes into a trade, right? We see our wins to loss ratio. You know, we marginalize how much risk we're willing to take before anything. Right?
Okay.
And I mean, just generally what's built into the whole process. In the programming of most trades, we have something called stop loss. You know, so we actually put our risk to a certain level that we're willing to take before we lose everything. You know. So that's, I mean, that as a trader aspect, that's something that we would actually do. So everybody would be comfortable, I believe, you know, knowing that their risk is minimalized.
Understood. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So we talked about Forex, right? But I do want to get more into that, man. And like with Forex, you always hear this name, Christian Terry or Chris Terry. Right, like that's a huge name.
Oh that's no, who was that?
My God,
he started busting up.
We gotta speak on that, right? You know what I'm saying? And once again, it ain't no diss. I don't know the man personally, but it gives. I think through his program, and it's not to down his program, but through his program, a lot of it, you hear a lot of like, yo, they don't really trade over there. You know what I'm saying? And where does it come from? Like I know about the MLM stuff, but what is that whole
that laugh
negative? You know what I'm saying?
That laugh.
Because like I said, I'll be wanting.
You just dropped the name, man.
I'll be wanting to talk to people that really trade. Yeah. Because like I said, I want to be clear on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got a lot of guys that really trade. Yeah. Then you got a lot of guys that say they trade to get you signed up for the MLM. Yeah. And to get you signed up for the multi-level marketing.
And that's the hustle.
And you know what? That's exactly why I created my program, because so many people been falsified, been led by these false prophets, false gurus. You know, I mean, definitely when we had this AMC situation going on, where we had Wall Street bets, and you know the market was kind of rebounding from. Correcting itself from the major crash, right? There's a lot of people that became gurus, and a lot of people that were talking about places to invest into that really didn't know. And a lot of people end up losing money, especially people that are actually saying that they're professional traders and they should just give them $5,000 to $10,000 and they're just going to reap the rewards from it. Yeah. Of course, those people ran off and never came back. With
you know that happened to me. Yeah, I went through the look. I was trying to learn.
I was trying to save my young homie too, y'all. Yeah, he didn't listen to me. I tried, y'all.
Now, so look, I went through the whole process, right? Because I'm online. And look, the one thing about me is I'm always gonna look into something.
Do you remember me, Dre, trying to save you?
I remember. No. I remember you, Fab. I remember a lot of people. They like, hey man, don't mess with that forex.
Fab, did we try to save you?
Yeah, don't mess with that forex. But look, I'm one of the people. I'm always trying to look into something.
Risk taker.
So you know, I'm like, look, okay, people kept, forex. So I'm like, okay, let me look into it. Yeah. So I signed up with a company, yes, sir, right, called
IM Academy.
IM Academy, right?
He knows it.
I signed up with a company called IM Academy. Oh man! And in the academy, you know what I'm saying, you meet people that's like, yo, I trade. So for me, I'm like, yo, cool.
Liars.
Let me, you know, if you know how to trade. You know what I'm saying? You making money as you say, because they talking about big bread. They talking about I done made 5,000 in 10 minutes. I done made 10,000 in an hour. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what they post on the how's that
Instagram?
Work? Yeah, Instagram.
That's why I'm gonna look directly in the camera for this one, because I'm gonna tell you like this: if anybody's telling you that they're gonna teach you how to trade and they can't show you how to trade, and they just start moving you to another thing, like as far as marketing and bringing more people into the community instead of actually teaching you the fundamentals of trading, or you could just ask these upper legs, you know, because that's the whole pyramid situation of IM Academy and other what you want to call you know, level marketing, which you know, there's another one that I can go ahead and name, but I'm not going to name.
Please drop gems, man. Educate.
You know, man. Real Rise. There's plenty of these other ones. There's plenty of these other ones. Outside of trading, we could talk about what's it called? The health one. What's the health one? I forgot. Herbalife.
Okay.
Herbalife. Same type of situation. It's all pyramid situations, right? And I really want everybody to go ahead and dissect and see. Just Google it. See what a pyramid scheme is.
Look, so do your research, guys.
Because
research.
Dino, check it out.
Dino,
so look, I ain't gonna put my name. Cause we could drop the names. I ain't gonna put my name out there like that for real.
And, but look, and you know what's, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If anything's too much of a, if it's too good to be true, then it probably ain't true. I sat with Chris Terry, $5,000 dinner. He tipped each and every waiter $5,000 per waiter.
Who can afford that though in real life?
I mean, somebody that's hustling the shit out you.
$5,000 every waiter.
$5,000 every waiter. Look. I'm gonna tell you like this. He promised everybody that went to his meeting, you get $30,000, you get $30,000, you get $30,000. Give him $500,000 just like that at one meeting. So in my mind, while everybody's running up and praising him like he's the Messiah, I was like, okay, what's the catch?
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
Smart.
What's the catch? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
That's why, you know what?
These multi-network marketing companies, IM Academy, Real Rise, they target people that are 25 and under because they're more easily influenced. They have more expendable money.
And they never make money.
They have less responsibility. They don't have a wife and a kid or a house to actually, you know,
no bills.
Worry about
no bills. Yeah, they can take the hit. They can take the hit and rebound later in life. But
no bills, and that's what's the most disgusting part about it. And you know what? They might buy in my IG after this or something because he's like $1 billion, but it's okay. But hey, anyways, I said it. Don't fall for these network marketing companies because they just coming up after you. If they're gonna tell you you're a business owner, and they're gonna flash off this dollar and hype you up with optimism and throw these one-liners at you, don't go from 0 to 100 without reading what's in the middle.
Don't fall for the
Hey, so look, I'm gonna tell y'all the story that happened to me, right? So I'm in the whole MLM program, right? And
I don't know about this. He didn't tell me.
It's a dude, and he like, yo, and I know the dude. I used to work with him. I ain't gonna say no names.
Nah, drop his name. So
I ain't gonna do that.
Drop the name.
No, I ain't gonna.
Man, we need to get these suckers aired out.
I ain't gonna do that to him.
I
ain't gonna do that to him. But check it out.
Shit, I'll tell you your name.
So look. But I really want to explain this story because it's a real story. So look, you know, I'm in the whole program, and he's like, yo. I really trade. So he was like, look, just study these videos or whatever the case may be. I study the videos. And I'm like, yo, man, like, all the videos is cool, but I want to get with you. You know what I'm saying? And he like, you know, he keep giving me the runaround. I'm like, dude, let's sit down. I know you're busy. You say you're making money. Let's sit down though, right? So one day he posts some results, or what I thought was results, right? He posted, hey, on this trade, I made 80,000 in one day, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what's up. So I'm like, look, but this is I know him personally. So I'm like, hey, what you gonna buy? You gonna invest it? Or, I mean, what you gonna enjoy it? You get your watch? What you gonna do? He was like, nah, man, I'm just gonna tuck the money. I'm just gonna put it to the side. Just put it. You know what I'm saying? Just save it. Okay. I'm like, all right, cool. No lie. A few weeks later, this dude asking for money on GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? He asking for money on GoFundMe.
After the 80?
After the 80. I'm thinking about something like, nah.
After the 80, he got shady, yo. Drop his name, man.
I mean, maybe he took it in a really good corner that he forgot where the corners at.
Man, they lucky.
But look,
everybody said don't drop his name. I like to air them out, yo. I hate fakers.
But check it out.
Air them out.
It ain't really no diss. But I want to explain that story because I was really serious about it. I'm like, look, I can meet with you whenever. If you say you do something, you know what I'm saying? Let's meet. Man. And that's the one thing about us, right? It's like we say we do something, call me.
Let me meet.
That's why
I'm gonna air them out.
I'm always
shit. I hate fakers because they beat up the game. They mess the game up.
That's true.
That's what we gotta stop. Yeah, that's what we gotta stop. We gotta stop the fakers.
But I always say, man, look, whatever we talking about on here, y'all see this, man. And I always give out my number and say, look, hit me directly. You know what I'm saying? You have an email, you have a number, contact directly. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no, hey, we say we do this, but we don't really do this. We say that we can help you out, we can't really help you out. Yeah. And a lot of people do that in industries, and that's why I want to touch on that story because I was serious about learning how to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was serious about, look, if I got to sit with you, if I got to pay you, it doesn't matter if it's worth it. I'll pay you $5,000-$10,000 if it's worth it to get the information. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many cases like that when it pertains to Forex, when it pertains to a lot of stuff, but around the Forex industry, I want people to know, listen, if you really trade, then show people how to trade. If you want to charge for that, that's fine. Charge for that, but don't get on platforms saying that you trade so that they can just pay the monthly fee so that you can feed your pockets, because that's corny. You know what I'm saying? So
always get the proof, man. Yeah. Definitely do your due diligence. Yeah. Do your due diligence. If you don't know what that means, do the research. Yeah. Do the research. Find out that they're talking about what they're talking about. Put their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying? If they will find ways to divert you from whatever they're promising you, that's probably 100% fact that they're not telling you the truth.
Yeah. So you know, and that's why I say I appreciate you coming on as a person who I really know you. So as a person who really trade, who really make money with Forex, who really makes money with stocks on the trading side, not the MLM side, on the trading side.
On the trading side.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to really tune into what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's really in the field. He's really trading, and he's really helping people learn how to make money with trading. So you could take, like me and Ron always said, you could take, if you work at McDonald's or whatever the case may be, you can take that money and invest that money. So with him, you can take that money from your job, invest that money in trading. He'll show you how to grow your money. Take that and buy a hard asset.
Perfect example. Instead of spending $300 on a pair of Nike shoes, why don't you spend $300 on a portion of Nikes?
Jim.
Have Nike buy your shoes. Boom, become an owner.
Jim. I'm trying to tell these kids.
Hey, talk to him, Rob.
I'm just trying to tell him, we gotta get smart.
Hey, pin drop. Hey, we need some.
Pin drop. They call it mic drop. I don't want to drop the mic.
Don't let this man drop that pin again.
We can't afford me these mics.
Hey, we need
small podcast here, no budget.
We need the sound effects.
So what we're saying, we're here for the people. We're here for y'all. We're here to tell you the truth. This is not like we're not trying to sell you on nothing. This is not us. This is just bringing you information so you know what's up, what you know what to look out for. We're not selling education. We're not selling a product. You know, we're not trying to have you sign up for nothing. This is just tune in, understand the game as we understand it. Y'all learning with me. I'm just learning about this gentleman myself, and I'm impressed. Yeah. But do your due diligence, like he said. Look him up too. Make sure he's solid. Yeah. I just met him tonight. Good looking guy. He speaks well. But I can't vouch for him without looking him up either. Y'all do the same. Yeah. You know, that's what I say you do with anybody that's in front of you. Look up anybody that comes to you stating they can do this, that, or the third. So with that being said,
I'm sorry, I just want to tap into one thing. Not even just as far as education or like, you know, listening to an influencer or anything like that. But if you're gonna be an entrepreneur or investor, you just don't want to throw your money out crazy. You want to go ahead and do the research on where you're gonna put your money
every time.
You want to know how you're gonna get your money back.
You know, look up everybody. Look up everybody. Do your research on everybody, even us. Do your research. Run my name. You know, run Dre's name. Run this gentleman's name. You know, do everything. And then if what you find is what you find. You find something you don't like, then don't deal with it. But if you find something that's credible, then you start asking questions to get on the team. That's how it works.
Yeah, run his name on Yelp as a barber. You might not get the best reviews, but you know, definitely check that out.
I mean, you got to spread the game. You got to spread the game. Yeah. You got to. You know what I'm saying? That's and I always say this, man, to all of my people and people that know me personally. Like, dude, always talking. He always trying to steer and preach and stuff like that. But what it is, man, like I said, is that it's just spreading game. And it's some of these same scenarios too that we all encounter is false prophets. People giving you game, but they not giving you the real game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to make $1. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like they said, look, do your research on anybody. Do your research on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look it up. You know what I'm saying? Look him up. Look Ron up. You know what I'm saying? And really see what we about. Yeah. And you'll come to find you got real people that's really trying to help you. That really work in the industries that they're talking about. And then you got people that's like, I don't really do this for real. I just want you to sign up for my program, and I'm gonna tell you I do this, but I don't really do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say it a million times. This shit is corny. You know what I'm saying? Because you fucking up real lives. You know what I'm saying? By saying you do something and somebody invests the money with you and you don't really do that for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta perform for people. Be righteous out here, y'all.
Yo, it's been another dope episode, man. Once again, man, thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Man, a lot of gems was dropped, a lot of game, and for real, it was a dope interview, man. Once again, man, thank you, bro. Everybody, DJ Dino, man,
dropping gems.
Where can we find you again?
Oh yeah, of course. Instagram. Dino Trades, right? That's DENOTRADES, and then of course the website, which is www.sstrading.us.
That's right. Let's do it.
SS Trading, trading made simple.
Okay. Let's do it. And y'all, hey, look, once again, like I always say, man, look, check me out. I'll get you qualified for the loan.
And you know me, y'all. I'll get you closed. Thank you so much for tuning in again for another podcast. Ron Cunningham saying peace.